Quote, no.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Here we go. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Russell to pass to Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Some scouts were surprised when Jackson's wingspan was measured over 7'5". That's a huge number, especially when you talk about contesting shots.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Brooks. 6 to shoot. Off target with the 3. Russell finds Edwards. And just over a minute played here to start the game. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Jackson, left side. Right side, Moran. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Jackson. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Bane against Edwards. Outside for Russell. Launches it. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Brooks finds Moran. Shoots. Minnesota with a rebound.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
For a big man to be that fluid and that coordinated as a runner, it's a huge advantage. Jaren Jackson getting it done in transition.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Outside Russell. Here's Towns. Now here's McDaniels. This one for 3. That shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Pass to Jackson. To the right side. Here's Adams. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A minute 22 left in the opening quarter. Russell against Moran. Russell to pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Oh, stolen by Moran. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
He's a smooth athlete. Even on a straight dunk, you can see Jaren's ease of movement in the air.
to Towns. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Morant. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Now Russell. Counted. All three of his attempts have gone in.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Pass to Morant. 4 seconds left. Morant with the slam.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Edwards for three. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top, up by 3. Man, it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
McDaniels finds Russell, just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert, and Gobert with the stuff.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Jackson on the wing. Outside for Brooks, outside Morant. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
The creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. That shot missing. Great D that time from Bain. Morant with it. Russell covering. Adams, the pass to Morant. Back to Adams. On the wing, Bain. Inside. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist from Bain.
What I like about Adams, he just knows where to be. Nice play.
Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Back to Brooks. Pass to Bain. Out to the right wing. And here's Morant outside.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic. In the 2021-22 season, we saw John Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Russell, the pass to Towns. And there's the call on Dillon Brooks. That's his first foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside McDaniels, clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion He's only going to get better. You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Moran against Russell. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Bain. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's McDaniels. Misses from short range.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Edwards against Bain. It's blocked by Gobert.
What timing from Rudy. He is superb at measuring when to go after blocks.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Jackson can't get it to go.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies spinning, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
This seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Good on the second one. For Memphis, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. The drive by Bain. Outside for Moran. Pass to Brooks. And here's Adams. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Despite the defensive presence, he challenges at the rim. Give him an A for effort.
Here's Towns. Here's the 3. And the three-pointer goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Ah, the versatility of Towns. Unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Bain, the pass to Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Bain. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
When you need to get 3 points right back, Desmond's the man you want on the job.
Russell against Moran. McDaniels from long range. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 9. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. If you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. You got to like what we're seeing from D'Angelo Russell.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Prince in at the 3.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to bring. And some will remember that Desmond Bain was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
Woo-wee! Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bain earlier in the draft.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Here's Aldama. Anderson covers. Outside for Green. This one for 3. No good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Anderson. From deep. Aldama grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Clark, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Left side, Green. Oh, it makes it with the kiss.
Nice look for Danny Green there, taking charge. You love the leadership he's brought everywhere he's gone.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Anderson. Oh, deflected. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Pass to Conchar. From downtown, Anderson pulls it down. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Noel, no good. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To the wing on the left. Clark in the post. Reed defending. Tries yet again. Pass to Conchar. And here's Clark. Reed defending. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. The shot. Reed with it. Plenty of space. And that one's long.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Clark, the pass to Jones. Now here's Green. There's the drive. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
This is something Danny has been working on, putting the ball on the floor and taking it strong.
54 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 6. With the crossover. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Brandon Clark.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And he's good on the second. 41 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Conchar. And here's Clark. Outside for Green. Now Jones. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Clark. Prince grabs the miss.
Memphis fouls. Brandon Clark. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson.
The free throw drops for Anderson.
We all know Kyle Anderson can do it all. Once he gets a little bit more consistent with his shot, watch out.
Minnesota in the lead. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Anderson. Another miss by Minnesota. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 5. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Well, the Grizzlies Grizzlies shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moran. Oh, and Towns with the block.
I mean, if height wasn't enough, Towns also has serious athleticism. There's just no easy shots when he's around.
Minnesota shooting the ball at 48% so far. Russell against Moran. Now here's Russell. He's covered closely. Pass to McDaniels. Lots of room. The shot comes out. Memphis trailing here. Back to Moran. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. McDaniels. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Bain. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Brooks finds Moran. Jackson with it. Outside Bain. Back to Jackson from behind the arc. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Russell double team to the inside.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
McDaniels against Brooks. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Now here's Moran. Jackson outside. The open shot, Moran. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor don't come across them that often.
Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. Pass to Towns. Here's Edwards. And here's Russell. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Here's Moran. And then Moran with the dunk.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Moran lighting them up tonight.
A minute 15 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Towns. For 3. And Moran clears the board. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the 4th. On the wing, Bain. Adams, a pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is where you want Adams to have the ball. Can't get a higher percentage look than that.
Outside Edwards. There's a minute 17 left in the 4th quarter. Great D that time from Bain. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Jackson. Back to Bain. Outside for Brooks. There's Jackson with the 3. And they get it back. Second chance effort. And he sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Emphatic bucket from Steven Adams. His team needed one, and he wouldn't be denied.
Edwards against Bain. Inside. Here's Russell. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Russell against Moran. Pass to Jackson. And stolen by Edwards. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels against Brooks. Now here's Edwards. And stolen by Babe. In transition, here they come. Here's Brooks. Yeah!
A big shot maker in college, Brooks has proven his value in the biggest moment.
And a deep three from Russell. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. And this was an emotional.
in for a treat-in-this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at point guard.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Adams' shot is off. Brooks against Leonard. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And he drives in. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Bain, no good. And it's Wall with the ball for the Clippers. Pass to Zubac, and Leonard has it in the corner. Passes it to Covington. Outside, Wall. Here's George, and it's good off the back rim and in.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Now here's Morant. Leonard with the steal. George against Bain, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Now here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Okay, I see you, John, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Stolen by Brooks. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. An emphatic LU jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Knocked loose. And here's Leonard. Covington wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far. But Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Now, here's George. Following the miss by Dylan Brooks. And that one is good from Zubac.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Now Morant. Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. Second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Morant's got his second basket of the game.
And this is who Ja Morant is. He just doesn't quit, really getting after it on the glass.
George with no one around. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Back to Covington. It's stolen by Adams. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. The pass to Brooks. Morant looking around. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Morant's got 6 points.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pass to Bain. Memphis moving it around. From 10 feet out, again Memphis.
That's about as good of a look as you're going to get. Nice execution.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. And Wall kicks to Covington. Back to Wall. Pass to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. He's got 7.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Lets it go from the wing. Here's Adams, and he makes good on the layup.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1. Live from a FedEx Forum, you're watching 2.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Closer in, but let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Here's Wall. Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 9 points.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
The drive by Jackson. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Clippers trail. Right side, Wall. Covington passes to Wall. He kicks to Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. And the dunk by Zubac.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Morant against Wall. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
That's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Wall finds George. Here is Wall. And here's George. Brooks covering. Back to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. On the wing, Jackson. Brooks outside. Morant with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Morant's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Here's George. Outside, Wall. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant outside. Into the lane. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. That's good. And it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. It's Brooks on the wing. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, George. Did by Morant. George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And then Morant trapped it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism. Amazing that Bain fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. Look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
George finds Zubac. Back to George. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Covington. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Covington's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
You also love that Bain absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
There's Jackson with the 3. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. Out to Morant. Goes back up. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. For Memphis, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Outside for George. For 3, Covington. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, it's Payne. And now the Clippers on the break. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Morant driving inside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Back to Adams. And that one's good. Morant's got 19 points.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points in all. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the half. We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Norman Powell is out there with Morris, and it's Batum in at the 5.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Clark, he's checked in for Tillman, and Morris drops them both. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 1-point game. The pass to Aldama. Back to Green, shoots from the baseline. Not going to go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Pass to Powell. Got a piece of it. Here's Morris. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact. Now going to the line to try and add one more.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Jones kicks to Green. Got a piece of it. Pass to Conchar. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Aldama gets the bucket.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Left side, Jackson passes it to Powell. No good that time. Great tee that time from Green. Out to the right wing. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Jackson with it. Jones covering. Kennard on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson from long range. And again, no good by the Clippers. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And there's a whistle. That goes on John Conchar. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now.
Batum dishes to Jackson. Clock at 6. In the corner, Powell with it. It's rebounded by Memphis. To the inside. Here's Clark, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
For Memphis, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
A steal. Tipped away. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Got a piece of it.
And on defense, Batum uses that wingspan well, creates solid coverage.
Here's Jackson. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Back to Morris. Right side, Batum. On the wing, Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Batum passes to Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To end the cold streak, and the wide open shot for Morris. Oh, good on the triple. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Clark. Feeds it to Jones. Uses the glass to finish the way.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
LA has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Jackson dishes to Morris. The pass to Pop. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. 1-on-1 fast break. Bobbed up there for Clark. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Right side Jackson, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speed guard who can fill it up in no time. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that.
Absolutely. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Stolen by Jackson. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Memphis out in front. They're up by 5. And do not go away. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morant against Wall. Outside, Batum. The three from George. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And on offense, George has looked totally focused. He's clearly committed to having a big game tonight.
The three from Morant. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Outside, Payne. To the paint, Adams.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis. That one is off.
Steven Adams at the line for 2.
No luck that time either. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 16 points for Paul George.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
That one drops for him. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Wall against Morant. And Wall kicks to George. No good on the 3. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Payne finds Adams. Morant with it. Back to Adams. Second chance effort. The shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Wall up top, guarded by Morant. Left side, Wall. Hits the three-point bomb. Wall's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not lacking any confidence. When the ball hits Wall's hands, he is ready to let it fly.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so here are the Clippers, trailing by 2. George looking around. Kicks it out to Leonard to take the lead. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morant with it. George picks him up. And they double up Morant. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the best of game.
Just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down. And that's a big whistle.
Ball against Morant. Ball passes to Zubac. Shoots over Adams. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Morant outside. Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. There's the feed to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Ball passes to George. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant outside. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. 105 Zubac. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Pass to Brooks. On the wing, Jackson possession. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Adams. The Clippers grab the miss.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
And it's Leonard missing. Paul George with the steal. From the arc. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the clutch.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not to the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And so they foul intentionally.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds from the free throw line. John Durant is good, but I think he wants to be great.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That's pretty much it.
So it's Memphis.
This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brett.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac, and it's Wall in at the one spot. Leonard gets the bucket.
Now you give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
Outside Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Outside for Russell. Takes a three. The Clippers grab the miss. George outside from deep three-point range. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
So it's the Clippers now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. And the basket by Leonard.
The defense has got to try to hassle Kawhi Leonard as much as they possibly can, especially at the arc. He's too accurate.
Now here's Russell. The three. Leonard pulls down the board.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Gobert finds Edwards. Back to Gobert. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Wall against Russell. Wall, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
The three from Russell. Kept alive by Minnesota. Here's Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. The Clippers grab the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Leonard on the wing. McDaniels covering. Leonard passes to Wall. Shot clock at 5. Edwards against Leonard. The shot no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Left side, Russell. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So you got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Now here's Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Leonard outside. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Now Edwards. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The shot by Towns, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. George against Edwards. George passes to Wall. Kicks it to George. Fires from deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
Outside Wall. George outside. He got it up. And that's not going to go. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. After this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. George passes to Leonard. The 3-ball. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
George finds Covington to the left wing. Edwards against George. Leonard right side to the paint. Zubats comes up empty down low. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Doesn't go that time.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Kicks it to George. Lets it go from deep. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 6.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. That's a great pass.
The 3 from Russell. They get it back. Gobert. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
An athletic display by Wall, letting the defense know he can own the rim.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Kept alive by Minnesota. Here's Towns. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Timberwolves. Leonard passes to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Edwards.
On the away. Wow. Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Back to Wall. George finds Wall. 6 to shoot. Here's Zubats. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. You think about it through the years. Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State. It really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Edwards against George. Outside Russell. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Ball with it. Covington up top. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Edwards. Changes up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Wall. Out to Covington. The 3. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. The shot by Towns, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Leonard passes to Covington. Towns with a rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top, up 1. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Zoo, a strong first half for this team. What was the mindset that gave you guys the lead?
We just have to be ourselves, just be our...
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The Timberwolves trail. Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Nicholas Batum out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. For the lead, Noel. That's good. Noel's got his first points of the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Prince. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor and the physical nature of his play. You got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw is good. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Off target at the rim. And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
About A minute played here in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
And Powell giving great effort here defensively.
Misses the wing 3. To the middle. Here's Morris. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's McLaughlin. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Jackson, the pass to Batum. Stolen by Reed. Pass to Anderson. Right wing. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. There's the 3. Prince with the bucket. Prince has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, a good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
And the Clippers call time here. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Powell outside. Kennard right side. Just 5 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Down low. Over to the wing. Back to Anderson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
And Minnesota has possession. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Pass to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and over Kennard.
Good effort by Kennard, just trying his best to make that difficult. Sometimes that's what defense is all about.
Now here's Jackson. Batum sets a screen. And Jackson, here we go. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
A minute 39 left in the third quarter. On the wing, Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. Fires the 3. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. On the attack, Morris. That one goes. Count it. And it's now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. Pass to Noel. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. For the Clippers. And 1:01 left in the third. The kick out to Edwards. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Edwards got 13.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Edwards. George against Russell. Clock at 6. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. Right side Edwards. Puts up a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Leonard passes to Covington. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Wall. Outside Covington. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
But sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, he might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
And here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Wall, the pass to George. Offensive board. Out to Covington. The 3 is up. That shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And George with the jam.
And Paul George had great position that time. An easy deuce.
Outside Edwards. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock. Pass to Gobert. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, it's tough to stop from there.
Timeout called. The Clippers. Batum checked in for the Clippers. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He told the squad, run when you have the chance. We can't score all of our points in the half court. Push the rock. Let's see if they listen to Coach. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Leonard. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with dribble. And they've made the most of their chances there as well.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that 3-point line.
To the wing, right side. Rejected by George.
Well, in terms of wing defenders, PG might be in the top 5 in the league.
Back to Wall. Leonard outside. To the middle. Here's Batum. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Edwards slams it in.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
George outside. Pass to Batum. And here's Wall to the inside. Gobert with a steal. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
Free throws was good from Russell.
They're so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
1:52 left to play in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels covering. They need this. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots. And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Leonard. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Oh, over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's George. Can't get it to fall.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. And a miss there on the triple. They're having a hard time stopping this run.
And B.A., you can't afford to keep coming up empty.
And he's headed to the line for two. He gets the whistle there. And the foul called on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The first free throw is good.
Batum just brings a lot of experience and helps this team remain confident that he's going to make the right play and make the subtle contributions to put you in a place to win.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Oh, George with a steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
What an effort from Wall on the play. Refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
And he sinks the second. Now here's Edwards. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. The shot by Towns, no good. Leonard for three. And the Clippers miss again. Now Edwards. It's off. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better.
Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. Good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior. He gets the easy putback.
Here's Morant. And Morant blows it down.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Morant against Russell. Shoots over Morant. Russell with the bucket.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Now here's Morant. This is to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Make no mistake, an intimidating 7-footer. Steven Adams gets the space he needs and finishes with ease.
Outside Edwards.
Blocking foul on Dylan Brooks. First personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards against Bain. Shot clock at 5. Out to Edwards. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It goes on Dylan Brooks. Morant looking around. Brooks outside. Out to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got his second basket of the night.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Edwards. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. Left side, Bain. Edwards dishes to Russell. Edwards inside. Jackson on him.
2 minutes.
Russell left side. The kick out to Anderson. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Deep 2 from Anderson. They get it back. And finished off by Gobert.
I'll tell you, with Rudy Gobert on the floor, you have got to find him and keep him off the glass because he can be a force.
Morant outside. From deep. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Morant against Russell. Out to the right wing. And here's Anderson for 3. Brooks grabs the board.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Adams finds Morant. 54 seconds left in the first. Gobert with the defensive effort. It's Edwards on the wing. Brooks covering. And Edwards with the stop.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Jackson down low. He's covered by Anderson. And there's the call by the official. They'll block the basket here, following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Edwards looking it over. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award. And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called,
The previous play is under review.
conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coaches...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Writing on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA replay center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
It may be the only downside is that you lose up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a...
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Minnesota on top, leading by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
So on the floor for Memphis. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams and it's center. 6 to shoot. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Outside, Edwards. Right wing. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks against Russell. Outside, Jackson. Morant, left side. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows. And the foul call by Minnesota.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot out.
And to watch NBA offense when the ball is hopping, I think you'd agree, it is beautiful. The precision, the grace, the timing. How much of that, Doris, is just making the simple pass?
I think the best basketball is played when players think, what is the next right play? And so often, Kevin, that is simply moving the basketball. On the catch, you're in triple threat position. But as soon as you don't have anything, move it to the next guy. So I couldn't agree more.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. Front past the arc. The Grizzlies with another miss.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Stolen by McDaniels. Russell with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
And that one's good. Russell.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Morant kicks to Bain. Looking to get back.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Outside Edwards. Out to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A 3 from Anderson. The shot comes out, and the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the game.
Up top, Edwards, guarded by Bain. Edwards dishes to Anderson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Hey, yo, right here.
Morant outside. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
54 seconds left here in the second. Bain drives in. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Russell with the 3. It's good from long range. Russell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, it's important that D'Angelo Russell keep making shots from deep. This is an aspect of his game he's starting to sharpen.
Morant outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
You don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Here's Conchar. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 3. From Target Center, back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
You've got Naz Reid, and it's McLaughlin in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Timberwolves leading by 3. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And for a power forward, he could sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's the pass to Aldama. And again, Memphis no good. Minnesota shooting well, 50% from the floor. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Down low, here's Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Conchar's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kick out to Moore. Pocket 4. Doesn't go for him. And Memphis the other way now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Williams taking 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Minnesota in the lead. Here's McLaughlin. To the middle. Good. That one on target from Noel.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Outside Williams. Pass to Conchar. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Williams. Passes to Conchar. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Williams. Here's Aldama. Pass to Conchar. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Moore's running.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Aldama passes to Conchar.
2 minutes remaining on the phone. 2 minutes.
Here's Aldama. Guarded by Reed. The pass to Conchar. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Timberwolves leading by 3. 1:41 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Noel. Pass to McLaughlin. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go. Here's Clark. Another shot. Jones looking for an opening. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. And the basket is good.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
1:02 left in the 3rd. Here's Noel. Passes it to Reed. Takes it off the glass.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 3. Pass to Aldama. Picked him clean. Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. McLaughlin, the pass to Moore. And there's the pass to McLaughlin. Kick out to Moore. 5 to shoot. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part. Being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Edwards can't hit.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Morant with a wide open look. It's good. This game is all even. Morant's got 14.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Tie game in Minnesota. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard. Morant kicks to Jackson. Morant outside. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Oh, pretty stroke on Morant's long-range bomb there. When he's knocking down the shot from deep, he can be lethal.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Morant against Russell. Stolen by McDaniels. And now the Timberwolves on the break. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Edwards against Morant. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to Adams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Offensive rebound. Nice hit again. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Timberwolves trail. Outside, Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside, Bain. Jackson against Edwards. Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Outside, Edwards. And he uses the glass on the way. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
On the wing, Brooks. Outside, Jackson. The 3 from Morant. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Morant against Russell. Launches it. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Morant.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. You don't want to take the big shot.
And Edwards with the stop.
You better get out of the way. You saw the power from Anthony Edwards off that drive. Look out.
Morant kicks to Bain. Jackson up top, defended by Anderson. A 3 from Morant. And John Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Timberwolves leading by 4. Russell passes to Edwards. Over to the left wing. McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Morant kicks to Brooks. For the 3. Morant with another miss.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Russell finds Anderson. Lets the three fly. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds.
Well, Steven Adams making his presence felt. This guy on the defensive end can be special.
The three from Morant. Morant with another miss. Deflects the pass.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Hits the three.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
D'Angelo Russell is accustomed to having the basketball in his hand, but this is where it really matters. Can you make free throws under duress of game pressure?
No good there. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah.
We've got two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bade in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ball finds Covington. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
And his efforts well rewarded right there.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The Clippers on D. From deep, Morant. That one is off.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Morant against Leonard to the paint. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Brooks with it. Pass to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
George's shot is off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Morant against George. Here's Adams. And the layup is good off the glass. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the...
Oh, are you kidding me?
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks against Leonard. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Outside Morant. 5 to shoot. 4-3. And no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Outside Wall. Pass to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. Inside, Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is where you want Adams to have the ball. Can't get a higher percentage look than that.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Adams. George for 3. Leonard outside. It's George on the wing. Shoots over Morant. And too long on the shot.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
Kept alive.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Outside for Brooks. Morant against Wall. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Bane.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. Brooks against Leonard. The crossover. And he lays it up and in.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. He gets separation almost any time he wants.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Wall. Drives to the hoop. And the big finish by Wall.
And you can't talk about acrobatic finishers without talking about John Wall. Man, he's explosive.
Down low. Here's Morant. Can't get it to drop. Wall with the defensive effort. The Clippers in the lead. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
Jackson against Covington. Up top, Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. It could go.
On defense, Robert Covington uses his size and athleticism very well. And
if you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
especially at the start, you want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the court for Memphis, Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1. The kick out to Wall. Lock at 4. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Oh, George with a steal. Driving inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Leonard for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis trailing here. Right side Morant. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to George. Let's go with a 3. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
The D has to know where PG is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter.
Wall against Morant. Jackson with it. Outside Payne. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Pure from three-point range.
Answering back with a 3 of his own, Jackson has a calmness to his game, but he's a competitor.
Wall, the pass to Covington. Back to Wall. George outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Last season, we saw some shocking single-game performances, Spydi. Several stars had 45-plus point nights, or even well above that.
We are, B.A., and I think because a lot of the three-point shooting adds to a lot of buckets. It's a shooter's league right now. Prolific scores are rising to the top. The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And here's Morant outside, on target from range. Morant's got 5.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
George outside. Leonard passes to George. Out to Leonard. Over Brooks. And there's Leonard on the assist by George. He has 6.
As a coach, you feel so comfortable with Kawhi on the floor. He's one of those guys, when the clock is ticking down, get him the ball.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Three minutes of action thus far in the second. And here's Morant outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Leonard against Adams. To the left side wing. Pass to Covington. George with it. Zubac inside. Brooks defending. Lets it fly. Again, the Clippers score.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Outside Wall. Up top, Zubac. Pass to Covington. Back to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. George with it. He's picked up by Payne. And here's Morant. Stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's George. Back to Leonard. Zubac's with it. And here's George, guarded by Bain. George passes to Covington. Left side Wall. Takes the three. Over to the left wing. Pass to Covington. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Covington's gotten his first bucket of the night. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jackson on the wing. Here he goes. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot. No problem.
It's George on the wing. Outside Covington. Launches a three. Gets the three to fall. Covington's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what Covington does. A confident three-point shooter.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks. Allie, as always, thank you.
16.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Marcus Morris out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Powell outside. Fires the three. Rebounded by Green.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Here's Conchar. Powell covers. Here's Jones. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Well, Los Angeles shooting is around 55% so far. Pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Going inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
Jones, the pass to Green. On the wing, Conchar. Powell covers. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Morris passes to Powell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. And Spydi, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major, major impact.
Pass to Conchar. From outside the arc. The shot that time not on target. And Los Angeles the other way now. Powell against Jones. Powell passes to Jackson. On the take. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Green, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Batum sets a screen. Jackson down low, working on Jones. Jackson, pass to Morris. It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Aldama, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. An easy 2 on the layup.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Jackson. Soft touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Outside Jones. On the wing, Green. Back to Conchar. Pass to Clark. Misses in close. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Here's Powell. Batum with it. The layup off target. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Clark, the pass to Green. Here's Aldama. Back to Green. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Jones against Jackson. Morris outside. Powell outside. Banked it in off the glass. Powell's gotten his first basket of the night.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Conchar drives in. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Jackson outside. Pass to Batum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Batum's got his first points in this one.
Such a creative scorer. Batum can do it inside, from 3, really anywhere on the floor.
Outside for Green. Fires for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Jackson outside. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers ahead. Up. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Well, the Grizzlies shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. On the court for Memphis. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
High-effort, fast-break plays. They have been very effective for them in this game. Generate a lot of points for them.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers? Taking advantage when given the extra opportunity.
That was with force by Kawhi, dumping it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
Outside Bain. Brooks against Leonard. From deep, Morant. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Wall, the pass to Leonard. Zubac against Adams. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Zubac has gotten everything to drop so far. Shooting 4 of 4. On the wing, Bain. Back to Brooks. On the wing, Bain. George defending. Outside for Brooks. Clock at 6. Wall against Morant. Shoots over Wall. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by George.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Wall finds Leonard. Now here's George. Launches it. Adams grabs the miss. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Morant. Beyond the arc. And it's Morant again missing.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
George outside. Here's Covington. Guarded by Bain. That's good from Covington. On the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Jackson. Out left to the wing. To end the drought. Offensive rebound. Morant. Ooh, nice D from George. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
A nice shot by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 points in the quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Morant with the slam!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. George for 3, sinks it from distance.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the basket by Bain.
When you need to get 3 points right back, Desmond's the man you want on the job.
Leonard on the wing. From the arc. The shot off that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Clippers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
Outside Wall. The 3 is up. Clippers keep it alive.
They grabbed the long rebound, resetting the shot clock.
Out to Covington. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Now Adams. He's guarded by Zubac. And here's Jackson to the left wing. Adams a screen. Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Brooks. And stolen by Covington. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. A competitive game.
It was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the one. Leonard dishes to Covington. Outside Leonard. Outside for George. 5 on the clock. Connects from three-point range. George has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Clippers. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
Now George, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns. Offensive rebound, Zubats. Goes up again. Wall passes to Leonard. And finally they hit one.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Russell with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Wall dishes to George. Ball passes to Covington from outside the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Edwards. Russell from long range. Edwards. And Edwards is right there.
Boy, you like to see Edwards doing work on the glass, hitting the boards there, using his strength and athleticism to extend plays.
Ball passes to Zubats. Gobert with the block. Russell looking around. And the slam dunk by Russell.
How about that dunk? I mean, you don't see that every game, but Russell looks to flush when the chance is there.
Now here's Wall. Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Russell. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Covington. Leonard inside. Working on McDaniels.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 5. Edwards passes to Russell. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Russell's got 7 points.
And, you know, having more of a set shot motion than some other players, Russell calmly knocking it down.
Wall dishes to Covington. Pass to Leonard. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Wall attacking. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubats, that's good.
It's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Edwards against George. Edwards inside, and he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Now, here is George. The kick out to Wall. Leonard with no one around. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. And don't go away. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So on the floor for Minnesota, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Wall against Russell. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Right side, Wall. For 3, Covington. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Edwards looking it over. Out to Russell. Over Wall. And he overshot that one, missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Covington passes to Leonard. It's George on the wing. And another three for the Clippers.
Paul George has become such an assertive and confident player. He knows exactly when he's in position to get that catch and shoot off.
Up top, Russell, covered by Wall. Russell kicks to Towns. Here's Edwards, and there's the drive. Kept alive, Minnesota. Second chance shot, and Gobert with the lay-in.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Covington passes to Wall. On the wing, George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 8.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And it's Russell missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 3-point lead. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. The shot by George, no good. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The kick out to Wall. George against Towns. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closer. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the inside. Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
A terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Ball passes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to Zubac. Nifty move. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. No shot that time. Not on target. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Now the pass to Covington. The kick out to Wall. Outside, George. A 3 from Leonard, and he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his 3-point shooting.
Here's Russell with the 3. Here's the 3. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard inside. McDaniels defended. On the wing, George. 8 points for him. Takes it out to Leonard. 3-pointer. And it's Russell with the rebound. Left side, Towns. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, on 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin,
thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So with George on the bench, here's what Teron Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Marcus Morris is out there with Powell. And it's Batum in at the 5 down low. And in the NBA, Clark, one singular talent can transform a team, as we know. So if you could play with either a superstar scorer or a defensive player of the year team, which would it be?
I think I've got to go with the defender, Kevin, simply because there are a lot more guys that do scoring at a high level than do defending at a high level. And if you have an elite defensive player of the year kind of guy, he can make a huge impact on your championship chances.
Jackson with it. Now by Anderson. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Noel. Anderson finds Reed. Prince in the corner. Passes it to Noel. Driving the lane for the lead. A shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Jackson. Batum sets a screen for Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Here's Noel, offline with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 4.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Morris dishes to Powell. Batum trying to break loose. And it's Norman Powell with the 3. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. McLaughlin, no good. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. It's 2-on-1. To halt the run. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Powell kicks to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. The kick out to Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Kennard finds Morris. It's Powell with the drive. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota basketball.
Timberwolves trail by 10. And for the Timberwolves, Clark, getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Los Angeles?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Jackson from long range. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Here's Noel. Kennard covering. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And here is Los Angeles now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. A 12-point game.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Morris finds Jackson. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Big, right it. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Minnesota. Nas Reed out there with Anderson. Then it's Torian Prince. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. Pass to Zubac. It's Covington on the wing. All with it. Now guarded by Towns. Outside for George. It's stolen by Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Russell against Wall. Leonard on the wing. Takes it inside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 4 to shoot. Fires for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Russell. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Los Angeles calls timeout. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. His demeanor was not one of the coach. His team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. Let's see if they were listening, guys.
All right, thank you, David. And here's Russell. Here's Edwards going inside, and Edwards with the stuff.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Ball against Russell. Zubac kicks to Covington. George looking over the floor. Shoots it up. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards passes to Towns. And it's rebounded by Covington. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside, Wall. And it's Covington atop the key. Leonard with the ball. Working on McDaniels. Shoots it. Takes it out to Leonard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Edwards. He dishes it to Towns. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Towns, the pass to Russell. Second shot opportunity. Edwards inside. Defended by George.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Outside Leonard. He kicks the wall. With the drive. Back to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. It's Covington on the wing. Here's Wall. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by George. They get it back. And Gobert throws it down.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 3. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And Wall kicks to George. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Russell from long range. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The pass to Wall. And here is Zubac. At 6. Here's Leonard. Here's the drive. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George with the ball. Outside Covington. Wall dishes to Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Russell with the 3. Nails the triple.
Wow, talk about saving something for the end. D'Angelo getting it done. You the man.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? If you miss it at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making it. Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.